Hello everyone. This is Akash Rajpuria once again back with the next video. We have already seen a lot of problems in practice. I've came up with the new practice problems. This is the day 4. Again 5 problems. Get ready everyone to get this solved. So here is the first problem. Again pause the video and then try to attempt it. So write a program to display all the prime numbers within a range 25 to 50. Now see that you should know what is a prime number. Prime number is something which is not divisible by anything. Like for example, 7. Now any other number other than 1 and 7, you cannot divide 7 by, like 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. So same way like 19. Again a prime number. No other divisible is there for that. So we need to find that. Let's see how to find it. And from the range is also given 25 to 50. So for I in range, I would write it more specifically for number in range of 25 to 51 because we want 50 also. Okay, now I'm going to check if num modulus. Okay, now from which we are going to do modulus? We don't have any defined number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So we need to run one more loop. So I would write one more loop here for I in for I would write here checking, like I would write for check in range of 1. So we do not want 1 here now. We wanted to start it from 2 and we'll go till the number, that is num till number. Now first let me write that and then I'm going to explain you. If num mod, okay, if num mod check equals 0, if there is even any one number which is modulus is equals to 0, then in that case we need to break the loop. Okay, we don't need to keep checking that number. We don't need to do anything else. If there is no break at all, in that case we are going to print the number. Now let me first explain you what is this and then we will understand this in detail. Now what does this mean? Pay attention how I have written without if, how this else is written without indentation. Let's understand that. So first of all, I have written for num in range of 25 to 51. So 25 to 51, we will start with the number 25. Now in number, there is 25. Then I have written for check in range of 2 to num. Why 2? Why not 0? Why not 3? So basically, see, we never check if 25 is divisible by 0. No, we never do that. We do not check 25 is divisible by 1. It would be always divisible by 1. Every number is divisible by 1. So we started with 2 to check whether it is a prime number or not. And we will, in the first go, now check is equals to 2. Now we check if 25 mod 2 is equals 0. No, this condition is false. Then it would again go up and it would check that 3. Now 25 mod 3 is equals 0. Again, no, it would check for 4. Again, no. Again, it would check for 5. And this, like this, it will check till 25. Now see, 25 mod 5, it is already divisible by 5. So it will break. And now see, understand guys, the break can only break the one loop, not both the loops. So this loop is breakdown. We were on 25. Now the number would be changed to 26 because the old loop was breakdown. Same 26 is divisible already by 2. So it would be also breaked. Then same way 27 is divisible by 3. 28 is divisible by 2. And then 29 it will come. Now see, 29 it would check starting from 2, like 29 divisible by 2. In this way, it will check it all the way to 29 divisible by 28. It will check all the values. It would never find a break. That is the reason it would go into the else part. Understand what is this else. Understand it first. So if I write here a loop for I in range of 10, okay, and if I do not write here. I just do here, let's say I write here print I. Now see, if I write here else, you might have never seen this else, but this is the thing. You can use else with loops also. So like else, and I would write here print no break. Now see, the else part would be printed. Else part is printed. Else part is printed when the loop does not break. Then only your else part would be printed. Now see, because there was no break in the for loop, else printed properly. But now see, if I do the exact same thing, and if I write a if condition here, if I mod 3 equals 0, in that case break. Now the moment you find a break here, okay, now see, the else part would never execute. Else is just used to check if your loop by chance breaked or not, if there was anywhere break in the loop or not. So if your loop never breaks, you would be printing else part. Now see, if I run the loop from 1 to only till 2, okay, 1 to only till 2, then my loop will never break. I modulus 2 equals so 1 0 1. Why it is not printing? So let's make it 5. So for I in range of 0 to 5, print I. Just a second. For I in print I in range of 0 to 5. 0 to 5. Let's print this. So it is printing everything. Then if I check here, if I equals break, why it is not printing? If I is 0 1 break, then else yes, just let me complete this so that it would be more clear. Okay. Let me write this. 1 modulus 5. Yeah, so 1 modulus 5 we are getting. We need to write it in the opposite way. Sorry. I missed the step. Just a second. Yeah, so basically I was saying you that, yes, I have written this in the opposite way. It should be 3 modulus. That is the reason I was not getting the expected answer. 3 modulus I. Okay, now see that. And I would start it from 1 to 10. 1, then 2. So I would make this also like 5. 5 modulus I equals 0. So 5 modulus 3 modulus 2, 4 modulus 5. Yes, 3 modulus. So 5 modulus 2 and 2 modulus 5. Just wanted to show you this thing. Now see, 2 modulus 5, basically what happens here is, so just to get it confusion clear, 5 modulus, so this gets 0 and the remainder gets 2. So you are getting 2 here. So we are doing here 5 modulus I, which means that 5 would be tested with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So with 5 modulus 1, let's run this. And we will start it from 1. So 5 modulus 1. So 5 would go inside, 1 5s are 5. So we will need to start it from 2 basically, so that it does not fall into the loop. So yes, it's perfectly working fine. Now you can see that if there is no, okay, if there is no, let me make it clear for you. Let me remove this. So small mistake was there, 3 modulus, and we will start it from 2. Okay, now see that. If you do not see any, if it is without any break, it would work perfectly fine. But if there is a break, okay, else part would never be included. It is as simple as that. So basically what I did exactly same here. The moment it gets a break, the number will never be printed. And if there is no break, which means that there is no divisible, and that's the reason your loop would print that number. So that was the complete things of using else with for loop. Okay, now let's see the next question. Everyone give a try to this. Count all the letter, digits, and special symbols in a given string. So this is my string 1. Okay, now there is very simple thing. You have like I would just run a for loop and would show you this. So I would just run a for loop for character in string 1. So in this character, okay, I'm going to print every character. I'm going to print every character. And along with that, I'm going to print that whether it is a alphabet, digit, okay, or it is a special character. So for that, you can just simply use I dot is alpha. This is the method. So no, not I, this is character now with us. So I would check here character dot is alpha. So this is the method ALPHA alpha. And you would see that has no attribute dot is alpha 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 ALPHA. Okay, ALPHA. So you would see that the P is an alphabet, but at the rate is not, hash is not, Y is an alphabet, then N is not an alphabet, Ln is an alphabet, then 2 is not alphabet, like that. Same way, like you can check alphabet, you can also check whether it is a digit or not. So you can also check comma is, so I would also print here character dot is digit. Okay, this is the method used for it. Now see that you would get 2 true and false. Now second is for digit. So you can see that P is an alphabet, but it is not a digit. So false there. Now see 2 is an alphabet. So you got true in place of that. And the last one is alpha. If it is not alphanumeric and not digit, for example, this hash, basically that is your special character. Same way, this and is also a special character. So in this way, you just need to use these 2 methods. Now see how simple it is. I would use here simple if character dot is ALPHA is alpha. If character is alpha, in that case, I'm going to print the character. So see, all the alphabetical characters got printed. But we don't want to print this. We want to count it. So we would create a counter here for count underscore alphabet equals to right now 0 it is. Same way we will count here, not alphabet now, we will count here digits. That is also 0 right now. And same way we are going to count the special characters. That is right now 0 again. Now you just need to increase this counter every time you find this. Now that is very easy. You would just do count alpha equals to count alpha plus 1. That's it. And now you just need to repeat this process 2 times. And your task is done. So you need to use here else if, very simple. And this is your else part. You don't need a else if here. And instead of count alpha, you would have here count digit, and then count special character, Okay. And we would be using here instead of digit is alpha, I would be using here is digit. Now, how many alphabets are there? Let's count it. So pretty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 should be the count. Let's see the count of all of them. This is alphabet. Okay, this is your digits and this is your special characters. So 8, 3 and 4. Let's see special characters are 4 or not. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, 4 special characters. That's perfectly fine. So in this way you can do it. Let me know if you have already done that. Now create a mix strings like this using S1 and S2. Now we need to create a shuffle string like that. So we have S1 and S2 and this is our expected output. Let's try this. So we would create a new string. Everyone pause the video and try this. Output equals to empty string right now. Now I'm just going to run a for loop for I in S1. Okay. So we would take the first character from S1 and at the same time we want another character from S2. So it would run a continuous loop. Okay. We can do one simple thing. Now for loop would be very problematic here. If the lengths of S1 and S2 are different, in that case, what we will do? So we will simply use here the length character and whichever is the longer. So we would take the length of S1 and length of S2. Okay, now we would store that in L equals to this, and this is our L2, this is our length 2, this is our length 1, and whichever is bigger inside of this, like I would use a max here, max of L1 comma L2, which one is the maximum? Okay, let's do like this. If L1 is greater than L2, in that case, what I'm going to do, if the length of S1 is greater, I would run a for loop for I in range of S1, length of S1 basically, for I in range of length of S1. And so this would give me the first character A. Okay, but I want the last character after that of S2. So I'm going to just reverse the S2. Now see, after A is the first character from S1, then I want the last character from S2. So let's reverse the S2. How to do that? I have already explained you in one of my video. S2 minus 1. So this would reverse your complete string. How it reverse? So just watch my playlist of indexing. In that I have explained you. In short, I would explain you this. So if your character name is Apple, and I say that I want a indexing starting from 0 till end. Okay, which means that I want everything starting from this point till the end point. But I mention here the direction as -1. So it would start from here now and it will go till here. So Apple, you would get written in this format ELPPA. In simple words, it is used to reverse anything, list, string, or something. So same way you can see that for S2 XYZ, it reversed ZYX. It got exactly in the same coding. So I can store this back again into S2. Okay, now we have our S2 done, which looks like this, the opposite one. Now I can simply take in the range of S1, I can simply take the first value of S1. So S1 of 0. Okay, that is my output equals to output plus the first value of your S1. And now I just need to put this like this, output plus S2 ka first value, that is your I. That's it. And our task is done. Let's see that whether it is working perfectly as expected or not. It is not working. Okay, if L1 is greater than L2. Now, yes, we have written here if part. If that is not the case, okay, okay, if that is not the case, I'm going to check if L2 is greater than L1. I would write here in the length of, okay, you don't need to write here length and all that. You can write directly L2 also, and here also L1. Okay. And if both of them are same, if it is greater than equals to, okay, else if equals to, now both the thing would work. Now see whether we got the answer perfectly. A, Z, B, Y. Yes, exactly. We got the output. Let's understand how we did it and why I have written here if and else statement. Now see, guys, understand that I'm not saying that in the first go you would get the right answer. You can see that a lot of time in my videos I'm getting the mistake. I'm not editing this. It is exactly kept as it is. There is not a single second of editing here. This is exactly a raw video. So understand, you would also get the errors like this. You need to solve on your own. You need to develop that habit. So same thing I have done here. We have the two lengths here, two names, that is A, B, C, and X, Y, and Z. Now I'm saying that whichever one is the bigger here. For example, here, let's say it was A, B, C, D. In that case, I would not stop at C. I'm saying that if the length of this is greater, run the loop for this, like this many big, like run the loop for the length. Starting from 0, go till 3. Okay, if there is E also here, start from 0, go till 4. Then what would happen? The first value it will take is A, because I have said here take the first of S1. So A would be taken. Then I have reversed this. So it would become Z, Y, and X. Then the first value of this would also be taken. So A of X, AX, like that. Sorry, this is reversed now. So you will get Z here. So we got Z. Now, again, it would go down. Again, it would go up and it would take the next value. So B it would take, and from here Z it would, Y would take. Then same way C would be taken here, and X, sorry, here it would be Y, and here it would take X. So we got this output. Now when it will take D, it will not find any value here. Okay, it will not find value here. So you may get an error here, that list out of index. Let's try that. We would definitely get an error here if your S1 and S2 are of different values. Let's see this. So if I make this D and E, you would get an error, and exactly at S2, that index is out of bound. So till this worked, but after that, nothing would work. So in that case, is L1 is greater than L2. Okay. So you need to run a loop till the last value only. Okay. You need to run a loop till last value only. So for example, let's try to solve this. And we have here I value would be at the last stage. The I value would be here, it would be 3. Okay, so now in this case, I would just check here if I would check it down. Now, if I is equals to, so your I value would start from 0 and it will go till 3. So 0, 1. So it would be, just a second, it would be 0 here, 1 and 2. So after 2, you would get an error that third index is not present. And the length would be exactly here. The length of S2 would be 3. So if I plus 1, I would just make it simple. If I plus 1 is directly equals to the L2 part, that is the length, in that case, you need to break the loop, not break the loop. Okay, you don't need to continue the below step. You don't need to continue the below step. Now see, this program has already we have completed. We are doing an extra stuff here to solve the edge cases. If I is equals to L2, in that case, continue. You don't need to print any value below that. Okay. You just need to, if I1 is equals I2, in that case, you just need to change your output equals to output plus S1 of I till the last value. Okay, let's try to run this first. it is still going in the next part. Yes, we need to put this inside this. Okay, and in output we got DE only. Output equals to output plus, so output values are going properly. Okay, got the point. If I is now, see, we have already just done that. Less I'm checking this. If DE, if I is equals to L2, in that case this would happen. But we want it to normally run also, like ABC also it should run. So if it is equals to, then yes, else in that part I'm going to just do this like it. Okay, it is still showing you that output plus S2 is this. Let's print here let's try to debug what error we are making here. So 0 1 2 3 4, if I value is equals L2. Okay, yes, after greater than, yes. Okay, now it's perfectly done, guys. Now see, I got also a lot of errors, but now see, we have solved it for this case also. Let me explain you how this perfectly worked and what changes I made. What is this else? What is this break? What is this if and all that? So this I have solved it if L1 is greater than L2. Same we can do for L2 is greater than L1 also. So what I did in this case, when L1 is greater than L2, I first of all want that all the A, so like this A is matched with this Z. Then B is matched with this Y. Then C is matched with this X, like that. And after that DE, there is nothing. So we would add DE normally. So you see, we got AZ, BY, CZ, AX we want. Just a second. AZ only we want, and AX it is coming here. Okay. Just a second. We want here AZ. So we can do that also. So S2, we just need to reverse it. We didn't reverse the S2. So that is the only stuff. Okay, so S2 would be reversed. Now see, it is solved. So basically we wanted in the same fashion, we want AZ, BY, CX and DE. We have done it. Now how we have done it? So basically we first check if which length is greater. So my L1 is greater. So I'm running a loop till L1. So starting from 0, how many characters are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters are there. So 0 to 4, this loop will run. The first loop will run from 0 to 4. Then I'm checking that if my I is equals L2. Now why I'm checking this? In my L2, what it is? In my L2 is the length of S2. So there are 3 characters only in S2. So if my I value, right now my I is 0. So 0 is not equals to 3. That's great. It would jump to the else part and it will do the concatenation. That is the first value A and the last value, that is Z. It would take that from S1 and S2. AZ we got. Now it will go up again. The I value would be 1. Again, it is not matching. So it would take the second value, that is B and Y. So we got BY. Same way, now the 2 is not also matching. So it would take the second character, that is the second index, C and X. So you would get C and X. Now comes the very interesting part. Here it would be 3. So this condition gets true here. 3 is equals to 3. In that case, I'm saying that you just append the remaining digits of S1. This is the remaining digit of S1, that is DE. Append it as it is and break my complete loop. Do not do anything after that because I do not have any value after that in S2. So same you can do for L1, right? If you have clearly understood it, 100% understood if and else, break. Okay, perfectly. This is your homework. just put the comment in the comment section how you change it for L2 also. I want to see how you can do that, guys. And I'm going to give you a like if you have already solved it. So just put your answer in comments. So this was the thing. Now let's check the last second question. Find all the occurrence of substring. You want to find the substring USA, how many times it has in the string one. So you can just simply use a count function for that. This is not difficult, very easy. You can try this afterwards. str.count, and you can check the substring you need to give here. So my substring is USA. I want to count that. So how many times USA is coming here? It is only coming one time. But now it says that, see, you need to take care of the case also. You need to make them, all of them, in a proper case. So you can just do the simple thing. You can convert this string dot. You can use a dot. Now see, this was the normal thing, but we want the count should be 2, and we should also count this lower case also. So I would convert this into dot lower. Okay, so my string 1 is converted into lower, and we will keep this already in lowercase. So see, we got 2. So in this way, you can use dot lower function. Now the last thing here, this is also very interesting. Given a string 1, write a program to return the sum and average of a digits that appears in a string, ignoring all other characters. So you need to count the sum of all the digits and the average of that. So let's do that. We have the string 1. Pause the video, try that, everyone. We have already seen one problem, how we can check whether it is a digit or not. So I would run in the same way. So I would just write here for character in string 1. And I'm going to just check here if character is digit. If character is digit, in that case, let's print that first, whether we are getting the right value or not. So I'm going to just print here the character. Yes, we are getting exactly all the characters: 298496, 24298496. Yes, we are getting that perfectly. That's very good. Now, instead of printing this, we want a sum here. So I'm just going to save that in sum equals to 0. And I'm just going to do here sum plus equals to character. But we need to convert that into integer. So integer of character. And let's see, the sum is 38. We are getting that. Yes, perfectly right. So we got the sum and we want average. So now sum divided by how many digits are there. We need to count that digits also. So we need to put a counter here. Count equals to 0. Same way like we have counted the sum. Let's make it sum 1. And like we have counted the sum, we will count the character also. Count plus equals to 1. So we got the sum as 38. And what is the count? Let's print the count as well. How many digits are there? So 6 digits it says. And yes, there are 6 digits. So we will divide the sum by count and we will get exactly the average that we want. Now understand, guys, this is the next way of writing the program. Okay, now the same program you would have written sum plus equals to, I have written this, but you can write this. Now see, you have level, you have made to a second level. So you need to make here, you can also use sum plus like this. So this exactly sum plus integer character, this is exactly equals to this. Okay, now this both of them are perfectly same. Understand what does this mean? Sum plus equals to means that whatever value is there, let's say 3 is there. In sum, there is 4. So what does this mean? 4 plus 3, and that value is stored back into S, that is 7. So it is exactly same as S equals to S plus 3. So you can write it like this, or you can write it like this. But get a habit of this. You would see in many coding format, this format is used where plus equals to is given. So that value is added to it and store back again to it. So that was the complete thing, day 4. Okay, little bit strong, long video it is because we practiced. We did right now in the session. We understood the errors and we solved it at the same time. You guys also do that. That's it. Keep smiling, everyone, and let me know if you need more questions. We are going to solve more questions on Python.